To the Oakland City Hall Plaza here in our third stop in this three-day, three-city International Super 6 World Boxing Classics Tour. 2 days ago, this tour was in London, England. Yesterday in New York City, and today we are here in Oakland, California, the only venue in this press tour which is open to the public, so we have a special welcome not only to the media but boxing fans as well. And we also extend a very special welcome to those joining us online who are viewing us as we are streaming live on sports.show.com. A special thank you to the Oakland Tribune as well for their support, not only in making this event possible, but their ongoing support of Andre Ward throughout the years. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Super 6 World Boxing Classic is something very special indeed, brought to you by Showtime. There's no question that Showtime has earned acclaimed recognition for its in-depth programming and sports programming. We recently celebrated 25 years with Showtime Championship Boxing, but Showtime programming has grown to include live mixed martial arts, revealing programming with America's favorite pastimes, Major League Baseball, NFL, NASCAR, college football as well. But without a doubt, boxing remains the flagship program for Showtime Sports. And one of the things that sets us apart is the innovative programming and concepts like this, the Super 6 World Boxing Classic. It began in the fall of 2009, has promoted and produced 11 outstanding fights, memorable fights with incredible drama in and out of the ring from venues that span across the globe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have some facts in regards to this final event. The Super 6 World Boxing Classic, the final, takes place Saturday, October the 29th, live from the historic Ward-Froch Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Brought to you courtesy of Matchroom Sport and Goose and Tudor Promotions in association with Antonio Leonard Promotions, hosted by Caesars Atlantic City, and of course televised live on Showtime starting at 10 p.m. Now, tickets for this event go on sale this Friday, August the 26th, available at the Ward-Froch Hall box office, along with Ticketmaster and Ticketmaster.com. At this time, we invite our principals to the stage, the men and women behind the scenes for this tremendous event coming your way on October the 29th, and those who are helping to make this possible here today. We invite to take their seats to the stage at this time, Executive Vice President, General Manager of Showtime Sports, Mr. Ken Hirschman, the Mayor of the City of Oakland, the Honorable Gene Kwan, the President of the Council, Mr. Larry Reed, from Matchroom Sports, Mr. Eddie Hearn, and from Goose and Tudor Promotions, Mr. Dan Goosen. And we also have joining us here today one of the outstanding trainers in the sport of boxing. He's the man behind the scenes for Andre Ward, trainer Virgil Hunter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce the finalists, the stars of this attraction indeed, making their way to their seats. The first time, I introduce to you a gentleman currently in his second reign as the WBC champion of the world. He's 3-1 in tournament competition while facing arguably the fiercest competition the tournament has provided. Here is the UK's most accomplished world champion from Nottingham, England. Please welcome the defending WBC super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch.
And yes, he pops his collar.
And his opponent in the tournament final, he's a man who holds the WBA world title. He is undefeated in his career and, of course, undefeated in tournament action, scarcely losing a handful of rounds in 35 fierce rounds of competition. He's the last American to hold Olympic gold medal in boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, from Oakland, California, please welcome the defending WBA super middleweight champion of the world, We're going to have a photo opportunity. These fighters will face off a little bit later in this press conference as we conclude our information here today. But at this time, we invite our principals to say a few words of welcome to us, opening remarks. We're going to follow that by, of course, the fighters and their opening remarks. We're going to have questions from the media to the fighters and any of the principals here. Follow that. We have a face-off photo opportunity, and one-on-ones will follow that. We do want to bring to your attention that we're going to ask all of you to the public, please do not stand on the stage here. We have the media who must do their job, and they must have access to the fighters completely and solely. At this time, my pleasure to introduce to you a gentleman who, without his brainstorm, we would not be here today at this place of a very exciting moment in boxing. He's the creator of the whole concept of the Super 6 World Boxing Classic. Showtime Sports Executive Vice President and General Manager, Mr. Ken Hirschman.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Great day. Excited to be here. Third stop on a whirlwind tour. Couldn't be happier that this tournament is coming to an end. It's been a long journey, and couldn't be happier that we have the two finalists that we do, in Ward-Froch and Andre Ward. First, I just want to thank the media for their support, for coming out, for supporting this event and this tournament from its inception. You know, as we know, it's been a few pit stops and fumbles along the way that we had to recover from, and we did a good job, we think, and we support these fighters in this effort, and we thank you for your support. I want to thank the promoters, Dan Goosen, Eddie Hearn, for all their cooperation. There were 5 promoters from the beginning of this tournament that needed to get together and work together. It's unprecedented for the benefit of the support of the sport and for their fighters, and they did it, and they did it well. Obviously, I want to thank the mayor for coming out. This is great. I'm excited to have her support this event, and the city of Oakland supporting Andre is terrific, and he deserves it. I also want to thank Chris de Blasio and his whole team from Showtime for, you know, going around the world with us and making these events flawless and seamless. And I know you guys don't know who he is, but without him I wouldn't be in this seat right now, so I really appreciate that, and I want to thank him and his team. What can I say? You know, we've come 2 years almost. It'll be 2 years in October that this thing comes to an end. It's been you know, an adventure. It's been thrilling. It's been exasperating, and I think we've seen from Andre Ward and from Ward-Froch performances that make it inevitable that they were going to collide in the finals. And I think that the styles make fights. These two guys are both come-forward fighters. They don't back down, and they have tremendous heart and will, and neither one is going to give an inch, and that makes for a fight that you as fight fans don't want to miss. We just shot yesterday with the fighters our first ever stare-down show. It's a brief show that is going to help highlight the intensity of this matchup and the quality of it. We're going to be airing that soon, and we'll give the media the airing schedule for that. Again, just further support of this event, in addition to our Fight Camp 360, where we're going to have at least 1, possibly 2 episodes leading into this fight. So we're all behind this 100%, and we hope you are too, and thanks for coming out.
Thank you to Ken Hirschman. This time, my pleasure to introduce to you the mayor of the city, who probably has more in common with boxing than we all realize. She knows that hard work and determination is really key ingredients to success. She knows how to beat the odds. She knows how to adjust to her opponent, and her tireless energy is certainly a great role model to the folks here in Oakland as she works so tirelessly for the city that she has such passion for. Please welcome the mayor of the city of Oakland, the Honorable Jean Quan.
Thank you very much. Now, I have to say, as you know, I've been talking about a lot of fights lately, so I'm happy to talk about this one. You know, Oakland, we consider ourselves hometown to the world. We have 150 languages spoken in our schools, and we have 150 different kinds of restaurants that go along with each of those languages. So we're very, very, very honored to be here, and I'm happy to welcome both of the fighters in this fight. But you have to, please forgive me, but this is our hometown champion. And I want to thank Showtime for making this a national broadcast. I know Andre, last time he fought a really big fight, it was here in Oakland, and so we'll forgive you for being in Atlantic City. So at least we'll be able to watch him on TV. But what I wanted to say is that I read a little bit about both of these fighters, and the other thing we all have in common is that these are people who give back to the community, and particularly Andre Ward. At a time when there's not a lot of hope in some parts of our community, not a lot of hope for young African-American men in particular, this is a guy who will be a champion no matter what happens in Atlantic City. This is somebody, when he won the Olympic, he was back in the Oakland schools talking to young people, somebody who lives in the city, who gives back to the community. When we kicked off our program this summer to create safe places for young people on Friday and Saturday nights, Andre was there at the kickoff, and it's gone really well. And we know that fighting is an international sport, but we also know that in these two fighters you have really good sportsmen, and that's lessons for the future. And as I said, we of course are rooting for our hometown guy, but no matter what happens, he's a hero and he's our champion. So thank you very much for coming here, for including us on your world tour, and please feel welcome while you're here, and consider bringing the next fight here to Oakland.
Thank you to the Honorable Jean Quan. We're going to ask, we know the mayor must get back to her office with scheduled duties. We're going to ask if maybe we can have a photo opportunity with the two fighters and the mayor of the city of Oakland. We can just have a brief photo here.
Stay down low, though, Alexis. Guys, stay down low, guys. Stay down low for the cameras in the back, please. Yeah, stay down low.
But it goes with the outfit. I can't take it off.
Yeah, that's right. Vern, you guys good back there?
No, no.
Alexis, you gotta go down for the still camera.
And at this time we have a special presentation, a commemorative glove signed by Andre Ward, given to the mayor of the city of Oakland, the Honorable Jean Quan. This is from Andre Ward himself to Mayor Jean Quan. And thank you very much, and we thank the mayor for taking time out of her busy schedule to join us here as we open our Super 6 World Boxing Classic press conference. And at this time, we'd also like to hear from a gentleman who is very important to the city, the president of the Oakland